Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. We are continuing our journey across the galaxy towards Sagittarius A star. We are currently right here and making our way towards the center of the galaxy. It's kind of off over in this direction. Let me adjust the volume for that music just a little bit because I think it might be slightly too loud. Let's pull that down just a little bit. Okay, I try to keep it under 30, under negative 30, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's get off the ground here. Let's get started with our movement. Gear up, full throttle. No, we're not even gonna have to. We're not even gonna have to go around the planet or anything. How convenient. So I just need to get out of mass lock here, and off we go. So our primary objective for this journey is exobiology. Trying to land on planets and grab as many of these animal, or then there's no animal anything, it's all plant-based life, but whatever. As we jump into a system, we'll check the map to see if anybody has scanned the system yet. If they haven't, we'll see if there's, you know, between 15 or right around the 15 body mark. If there's right around that or less, we'll go ahead, hop into the full spectrum system scanner and do that. But either way, we will hop into the FSS just to see if there are any water worlds or ammonia worlds or Earth-like worlds, so that we can go and scan those and add to our library of stuff. But this system has the right number of bodies for us to stop and do a quick scan, so let's go ahead and do that now. So no features on that guy. Seems like most of them have already been identified by our local scanners. So where's the... I really... Oh, okay. What do we got here? One biological there. Nothing there. One biological there. I really don't like going for single biology planets. Because all that's going to be there is bacteria, which means you're going to have to like search around for these tiny patches of stuff, and they're kind of a pain. Can I get in on this guy? All right, so it doesn't does not look like we're going to stop for any of these guys. Yeah, it would increase our exobiology, but it would take us a while. It takes a little bit to get over there and land, and then depending on the color of the bacteria compared to the ground, they can be sometimes really hard to spot unless you just slowly comb over the surface of the area and take your sweet, sweet time. Looks like another system that we can scan. I did forget in the last one to check the map. Ooh, that's a cool looking planet.
Fuel scooping complete.
All right. Let's get out of this, and then we can stop. Check the thing here. Come on. Looks like that's not the only gas giant. Okay, that takes care of gas giants. That takes care of all of the asteroid bodies, so that's good. What we got here? Nothing much. Okay. Just looking for biological features. Doesn't seem like we're gonna get any, though. In here, yeah. Well, I think we're. Oh, how far away is that one? That's not too far away. Let's go ahead and target that. We'll hop out. Yeah, it's a little far away, so I'll definitely do a quick cut as we do the trip over there. But yeah, we got a good chance at finding something interesting here. So I'll see you guys in just a second. And here we are at the planet. Just waiting to get in range to fire off our scanners. Let's go ahead and get this turned off so I don't forget to do it once we're done. This right here is another one of those things where I really wish that they would just automate this part. Oh. Okay, so it only had 2 biologies on it, which means that the heat zones for both of those are probably going to be pretty much the same. We can set the filters up, but...
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Oh, okay. So it does look like there's going to be slight differences in this one, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and get up here and figure this out. Doesn't seem like there's going to be a nice, easy plane to land on, so let's, Oh.
Orbital flight engaged.
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of right there. Generally, lighter colors indicate flatter terrain. We'll see how that actually goes, but we'll hop over here, and then ideally that'll give us plenty of room off to the left to find things. Okay. I wasn't paying attention. I think it said Fonticula or something like that, which means it's going to be those mushroom things. But I wasn't paying attention. What do we got here? Craters are usually a good place to find biology down here. Usually. This is what I don't like about the heat maps. Like, look at this. They had heat maps all over the place, but you come down here, and there's nothing here. Oh, here we go. Let's get ourselves down, hopefully to the ground. Hopefully there's a spot we can land here. Gotta find. And this is I hate this rough terrain. This is where I regret taking this ship, because I think with the Diamondback Explorer or something smaller like that, we probably could have landed much closer. But now we have to hop off here and cliff it over there, which is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Come on. Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of in a quandary right now because I've been wanting to get into, doing my recordings for not Elite Dangerous, for DCS World. I don't know. That particular simulator has a lot of back and forth with me, because while it's really cool, it's a very cool simulator. There's just a lot to learn. Oh, this is actually really cool. What are these? A little space cactus. Okay. Or fuzzy space cucumbers. I'm not sure what that is. Fonticula digitos. That is very different. I've never seen that before. Anyways, I've been, it's one of those things where there's a lot to learn, and that doesn't necessarily turn me off to the simulator. The big thing that turns me off to the simulator is that I've experienced it in, quote unquote VR. The system I have can't run that simulator in VR at a very decent graphical setting. But it's extremely difficult to go from feeling like you're actually sitting in the cockpit of a jet to going back to a 2D representation of that. Especially when aviation is kind of... Oh, no! Wrong button. What did I do? Okay, I need to stop. That could have been really bad. What did I do? I think what happened is I ended up, because the tab key, I'm pretty sure, is my boost key on this, and it's also my auto run. And I think that out of habit, I tapped the auto run key because I used that in my hunting game. I think that's probably what just happened. Holy crap, that scared me to death because we just about ended our freaking journey here. I'm not sure. Ooh, that could be dangerous. I need to think about that. Okay, sorry. I needed a second to kind of gather myself because that scared me. That scared me hard. Okay, so one of these over here should be far enough. Oh man, that could have been really bad. That could have been really, really bad because I don't have this ship. You know, this ship has a decent amount of armor and all that, but or of hull and armor, but not enough to sustain. Not enough to sustain boosting straight into the ground. So I'm lucky that I happen to be facing in a direction that allowed me to recover from it. I need to make sure that that does not ever happen again. Okay. I know that for you guys, you're just like, dude, that wasn't that big of a deal. You weren't even pointing at the ground. But for me, that when unexpected things happen like that and you're in control, your natural instinct is to be like, oh, so yeah. That was scary. That was super scary. I need to keep my hand away from that. I don't want to change the keybind because I don't really have a good keybind to assign it to that's reasonable. So, all right. Anyways, so yeah, my big thing about Elite Dangerous or about DCS World is just I really want to play that game in VR. The experience is lackluster at best after you've experienced it in VR and then you're trying to play it in a 2D surface and it's nowhere close to the same thing. But at the same time, I don't have the kind of system that allows me to play it in VR and get decent frame rates at a reasonable quality and all of that. So, and you know, the frame rates are extremely important for I thought that was stuff. The frame rates are extremely important for recording purposes because if I'm not getting at least 60 frames a second for my recording, it's going to look all jerky to you guys. So I don't want to record that way. And then the other side of that particular simulator is I was working on am kind of abandoned it sort of the flight school for the Hornet. Can we sample, please? Oh, I'm outside the window. The flight school for the Hornet, it's the skeleton of it is complete. All of the missions are there. They are scripted in the way that they're supposed to work. I have to go back and do the testing for it, and then I also have to do a bunch of like just attention to detail, quality control stuff for making sure narrations work, making sure the instructions are happening in a way that allows you to get things done before things happen. And it's a lot of work, and I just kind of lost interest in doing it. So I do have it saved. I have it saved on a cloud file somewhere so that if anything happens, I don't lose it. But it might be a while before I get back to it because I don't have the motivation to do it. I just don't have the motivation to do it. Okay. Oh, cool. So we can go ahead and get into the next jump here. So that was productive, and we found a new species that I've never seen before. So that was fun. So yeah, that's my thing about DCS. So part of me is thinking I might uninstall that from my computer because it's like nearly 200 gigabytes with all the stuff I have installed on it, and that's I don't have that much hard drive space. I wanted to install Microsoft Flight Simulator because I do have that as well, but that's once you get that fully installed, that's about the same size. So if I'm going to install Microsoft Flight Simulator, I kind of have to uninstall DCS. I have to pick one or the other because I don't have the total hard drive space to do both.
System scan complete.
And have all the other games that I play for this channel. So it's just, I don't know. Just one of those things. So, there's system scan is complete already. So if you are watching and you have been waiting for DCS content, I apologize to you. It's not that I'm intentionally ignoring you. It's just that DCS is one of those things that you have to be super motivated to do it, and I haven't been. I haven't been super motivated to do it. I will get back to it. DCS is kind of like this. It's one of those things where it's it has the opposite problem though. The ocean, like this game has the problem where it's a million miles wide and an inch deep, and DCS has the opposite problem where it's, you know, 1,000 feet deep and only, you know, a swimming pool's width wide. So, you know, there's a ton that you need to learn. There's a ton of different things that you need to, be able to do, but then there's only a few places you can do it, and there's only a few situations that you're going to come into contact with. And it's just kind of hard for me sometimes to sit there. Oh, we never did our energy pulse. What the? I thought I did. It's a lot to learn, and then there's not really that much to do. So, I mean, I guess depending on your perspective, that's an inaccurate statement. There is plenty to do, but it all requires a lot of study and learning and all of that stuff, and I'm not a big fan. I like flying the planes around, and, you know, the combat to some degree is fun to me when it's not too difficult, but it's not an intuitive process, and it's something that you really have to practice at, and I've never been the kind of person that's interested in putting a lot of effort into a single thing. And DCS is one of those things where, you know, if you're going to get good at it, you have to make it a priority, and it has to be something that you do a lot. And I have too much, you know, attention deficit disorder or whatever the modern thing is that we have now that makes it so where we can't focus on any one thing for a very long time. I don't have the focus for that. So I struggle with that. But Microsoft Flight Simulator, on the other hand, you know, I do have my private pilot certificate, and I've been doing flight sims for years and years and years. And, you know, the only thing you have to focus on with that one is just flying. And I was thinking that one of the things I could do is I could start working my way through the classic missions, because at some point they added all the classic missions from, you know, all the previous the favorite classic missions from all the previous sims. So from, you know, like FS 2007, I think, and then FSX. Flight Simulator 10 was my favorite simulator before this new one. So. They did include several of the missions that I recognize, and those were a lot of fun. So we'll see. I don't know. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do. I already have 5 standard videos that I do every day. I don't really want to do more than that, because that's a lot. It's already a lot. And the only reason I'm really able to do that is because I figured out a way to avoid video editing. If I had to do video editing, I'd probably cut it down to like 1 or 2 videos a day. That's got a biological signature on it. So I don't know. There's a lot of decisions that you have to make when you're figuring out how you're going to spend your time in general, much less, you know, how am I going to spend my time building a channel. I want to create content that people want to see. Oh, that's unfortunate. I want to make content that people want to see, but at the same time, I don't want to spend all day, every day doing it either. The whole point of trying to, you know, I think all of these are stuck behind this, so we're just gonna go ahead and move on. There's no high value planets to go scan here, so I'm not gonna reposition just to find out that there's nothing to land on either. So, you know, you have to start doing, like, you have to treat it as a business if you're going to try to make it a business. So, you know, I know there's a lot of people who really enjoy DCS, but the learning curve for that game is extremely high, and because I have so many other things I want to be able to focus on, the amount of attention that the time it would take me to learn that game and actually make it something that's enjoyable for you guys to watch is just, it's outside the realm of what's reasonable. So, I don't know. Excuses, but they're reasonable excuses, I think. So that's my DCS status update. I'm seriously considering uninstalling it and going back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, because for that, you know, we could start a quote-unquote career mode on that. I could start off doing, you know, the flight lesson stage where you're just flying around in a Cessna 172 and, you know, practicing patterns and doing all of that stuff. Then we graduate to doing regional regional airlines or, you know, stuff like that. And then we upgrade to the big boy jets and do international flying and things like that. Excuse me, I don't know why my chest is deciding that it's time to eject everything from it. Okay, so we really need to start finding a body to land on. So hopefully the next system will have a landable planet on it.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
The great thing about this particular ship is that it has excellent heat management, so I don't even really have to wait until I'm outside of the fuel scooping area before I can start doing my thing, because by the time it heats up to the point where I'm having an issue, I'm already well out. I don't like looking down and seeing 97% for my hull, though. That's not great. I don't believe that's something that you can repair, right? Is that are you able to repair your hull with the auto field maintenance units? You can't repair your power units. Your power. Ooh, okay. Well, with any luck, there'll be something land here. Hopefully somebody scanned it already, or at least there's something close enough that our auto scanner has found. Is there a landable planet here? Oh yeah. Where's this guy? This guy is... I always have to look for the distance. I never remember exactly where it is. Where is it? Oh, 14.2 light seconds. Yeah, we'll land on this guy. And one of these days, I'll remember the keybinds that I'm using for things. All right, let's get this guy set down, and then we can be done for today. So yeah, if you have been following my channel for a while and you've been sticking around for the DCS stuff, I'm not saying that it's going away permanently. I'm just saying, ever since I kind of lost steam on making the missions for it, you know, it's hard. It's kind of hard to get that motivation back, and I just need a break from it for a while, because it was taking. I was spending 12+ hours a day putting those missions together, and you know, you can't really do that for an extended period of time, and really. Can't do that for an extended period of time and maintain any kind of motivation for it. So burnout is a real thing, and I got kind of burned out on it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to make sure that why I have diversity in my lineup of games that I play, because I don't want to make it so that my channel is solely about one game and I'm stuck in that game. And then I decide I don't want to play that game anymore, and I don't have enough other viewers left who are willing to watch me play the other stuff, that I'm stuck in the game and I have to keep playing it. So, like, you know, eventually I'm going to get tired of the hunting game. I'm not going to want to play it anymore. You know, with all of the content that we have to move through, it's unlikely that that's going to be anytime soon. But, you know, a day will come where I don't want to do that anymore, and I want to play something else. Hopefully, the audience that I have established by the time we get to that point will be loyal enough to me as a content creator, rather than just the game, that they'll follow me into whatever games I decide to play. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm kind of hoping that people end up deciding to join my channel because of me, and not necessarily because, oh, the games. Unfortunately, the reality is that most people are going to be joining because, oh, I like this game and he plays it very well. Okay, that's great. But, you know, I know that for me personally, I generally tend to watch content creators because I like the content creator, not necessarily because they're particular. Like, I'll tell you straight up, I watch a couple of the Call of the Wild creators, Flinter and Rooster. And frankly, while I really like Flinter, and he's much better at the game than Rooster is, he knows a lot more, he's been doing it a lot longer, he's much more accurate with the shot placement and things like that. I enjoy watching Rooster better, not because Flinter is bad at what he does, he's excellent at what he does. It's just, I personally like Rooster's enthusiasm because he just hasn't been doing it for as long. So hopefully I don't get to that point where I'm just kind of going through the motions. Not that I'm not, and you know, I know people are going to take that the wrong way. I'm not saying Flinter is going through the motions. I'm just saying his style of narrating his videos sounds more announcer-like to me. To me, it's my personal opinion. Sounds more announcer-like to me, whereas Rooster sounds a little bit more like he's actually having fun in the game. It doesn't sound as, it's not that polished CNN sound. You know what I mean? And Flinter just has this announcer voice that It's not bad. It's great. It's amazing. He's refined that over the years, and that's perfect. It's just, for me personally, that's not the style I like in a video game. So that is a personal preference thing. A lot of people are going to prefer it the other way. Anyways, I've spent enough time rambling and talking to you guys about random things that have nothing to do with this game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our journey today. Be sure to click that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that you did and sends the video out to more viewers, so that by the time we get to Sagittarius A-star, we have a bunch of people saying congratulations to not me, but the vessel, that we made it this far. Because this isn't about me, this is about our journey together. If you are not subscribed, be sure to do that now so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your video feed and you'll be able to watch it as soon as possible. And speaking of that, I do have channel memberships available to those of you who would like to get early access to my videos, along with a few other perks that will become available once I start doing my live streams, which will be upcoming as soon as I have enough members to justify setting aside some time to do that. Be sure to click that join button so you can see what those perks are and make a decision on that. I will try to figure out a way to make sure that Patreon members also get those same perks. I have adjusted my pricing for that so that YouTube channel members and Patreon members are paying the same for the same product. So anyways, I hope you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to come back for the next one, and I'll see you then.